Yeah, now today I'm going to talk about quarantine. Whatever you see here is a quarantine. This is my quarantine area. What I mean by quarantine is a confinement where you do all your activities. Let's say when you're separating for treatment, when you're separating for vaccination, that is what they call the quarantine. And actually how to handle the new stock. You know, we've been having a lot of challenges in animal farming. It has been too much. People didn't know how to handle new stock, how to handle new animals. But now, as we have moved, we have learned, we have given you information, people really understand. Quarantine is one of the things that I wouldn't like a farm to don't have. It's a place that you shouldn't miss. It's a place that you shouldn't skip. Why? Because it's very, very important. It can really kill your animals, or it can help you be saved. Why do I say that it's a place that can kill your animals? Some of you people, it's you who really cause the spread of the diseases in your area or at your farm. Because most of you, not now, but some time back, you used to go to the markets, you buy animals from the markets, you bring them to your farms. But I used to ask you people, if you're selling your animals in the market, because most of the animals they take in the market, they are for slaughter. So if you're taking an animal for slaughter, let's say you're taking your animals in the market, what are you expecting to take? Are you looking for the best producer? Are you looking for the best animal? Or you select those that are really not performing well? Me, I would say yes. We go with those that are not performing well, those that have always miscarriages, those that have those kind of complications. So you, when you go to the market and you buy, that is what you buy, because somebody has taken, really he needs money and he's taking animals for slaughter, so he has to select those that are not performing well. So what happens if you buy an animal and it is sick? When you bring it to your farm, and you put it in your animals, that one animal can cause a lot of havoc to the rest of the farm. So what do we have to do? We have to have what they call quarantine. So this is a quarantine area. Quarantine area, you can do it the way you do your houses. Actually, you can as well use the same roof, but separate the paddocks and you don't allow animals to meet. So there you can separate. The quarantine can be used to handle the new stock. Quarantine can be used to select those that you suspect to be sick, so that you can easily be able to handle that group separately. Those that you see is not performing well, instead of spreading the disease all over other flocks, you rather put it in the quarantine. So those are some of the advantages of the quarantine. So what happens when you bring, let's say when you have like this quarantine, me, what happens? I told you I don't keep money on me. What I always do with the quarantine, if you tell me, you the viewer, and you have your animals, you're really selling your animals, they are really good animals, I can buy all of them and then I keep them. I told you, whenever I buy an animal is chewing, an animal is producing, it is adding value on me, like it or not, than having my money on the account. You get it? I either lose the animal than having the money on the account. Because if I lose one animal, at least 2 or 3 can produce. That's already profits to cover up the other issue. So these are some of the animals that we have to keep in quarantine. Let's say you're doing what they call weaning. One of the advantages of quarantine, when you wean animals from different flocks and you want them to get used to each other before you put them in their designated place. Let's say I have produced savannas, and then there is boa, female weaners. What I do, I always bring them in the quarantine first, so that they get used to each other. You know, when animals are shifted from one place to the other, they tend to get stress, and that stress causes the body immunity to lower. So when the body immunity lowers, in case there was a disease that was existing in the body and the animal was in its good condition and in its used place, it couldn't react, because the body would manage its own disease on its own. But now you have shifted it from its original house to the new house. What do you expect? You're expecting that stress and comfort That uncomfort can cause the stress, and the stress can cause the body immunity to lower. So when the body immunity lowers, that means in case there was any disease that was the body that the body was managing, it will definitely react because the body immunity has lowered. So what do we do with the quarantine? You confine those animals together, put them on observation. Even if you're going to sell animals, bring them together in one place, confine them, then observe them, at least for 1 week. So that is why we have the quarantine. Then after observing them, there is no reaction, it is getting better. If it reacts, then treat it. If it doesn't react, then that animal is good to shift. Then you can take it anywhere where you want. Again, you put it in the quarantine, you manage it for a month because it has even moved a longer distance. Observe it, keep it on antibiotics to make sure that the body regains and multivitamin. So, in my quarantine, I put in all my males. When I separate them from the mothers, when I wean them, I keep them here. So when I wean the females, weaners, I also keep them in the quarantine. Let's say if I've bought a new stock from anybody that is really having good quality, I also keep them in the quarantine to make sure that I observe them. Finally, I can release them to the places where I want them to be. Let me tell you one thing. Even if you're on the same farm and you're separating, let's say, animals from one corner to another corner, first confine them so that they get used. Like me here, I have over 5 flocks. So don't expect to first just select an animal there, then here, from here, put it to the other section. No, I have to separate it from there, then bring them together in the quarantine. They get used to each other for the week. Then I can put them in the place where I want them to be. So those are some of the reasons why we have to have a quarantine. Quarantine is very, very important. It helps you easily identify diseased animals, those animals that you don't understand very well their condition. Bring them in the quarantine so that you pay more attention to them. So you people understand that quarantine is very important. It does not mean that you who doesn't have a bigger space, you can't have quarantine. You see here, we can as well separate there and put it the other side. So long as we put a gap between your house and the quarantine, you can live maybe like 2 meters. It is very hard for the disease to jump 2 meters and go to the other section. So feeding, they will be separate. Sleeping, they will be separate. So those are some of the advantages of having quarantine on your farm. Actually, before you even start, quarantine should be thought about. Let's say if you're bringing the first batch of your animals, quarantine is okay. You might not have the quarantine because if you're bringing them in a new place, that is already quarantine. But when you're bringing in another group, that is another quarantine. So some other thing you people I wanted to show you is inspiration and giving out of knowledge is really very important. You should come and bring Mama to this idea. This is an old Mama, but really interested so much to do goat farming. She has traveled a long distance, like over 70 kilometers, to come to my farm. She saw me on TV and she said she wants to come and see the animals. You get, look at the age. But we who still have power, we don't think about farming. And Mama of this age is thinking about farming. Mama, abantu abandaba bawubire ku kabayi kubanga kyokoze otambudde kilomita nga 8 ng'ojja kunoonya magezi ku myaka gyo, ate ffe abato abakyalina amaanyi tetusobola kunoonya magezi ago. Bantu bawe bawubire kajambo. Yes. So I think you have seen. I was trying to explain to her that she has been able to travel a longer distance to come and search for knowledge with her age. Then you people who still have energy and you still have power, you cannot look for the brains. Mama has come here to buy 2 goats and she's going to take the animals. So you people give out information. The information will definitely help us of my age will help our people, will help everybody. Thank you very much. Let me wish you the best. I think on one of the things you've learned today is a quarantine. Take it to be a serious note. Take it to be part of the farm. It is really very important. Thank you very much. Let me just wish you the best.